Good morning, good afternoon, good evening from wherever you are, beautiful people, and welcome to another episode of Top Media Zone, the weekly scoop where we get to analyze the top trending topics this entire week, give it a little spin of our own, and talk about this crazy world of ours. I will be your host for this show. You are watching God's greatest gift to mankind, the one, the only King. Now, if you want to reach us across all our social media platforms at Top Media 254. I repeat, Top Media 254 across all our social media platforms. And if you want to reach me, follow me. You can reach me on at King_KE1 on Twitter and King_Arnold KE on Instagram. Now, let us get straight to the first story we have today. So we start off again with Manchester United. I say this last time and I will maintain my assertion. Manchester United will forever remain the biggest onion East African men will ever have. So on Sunday, we had a game with, and by we, I mean, yes, we Manchester United, because I'm an avid Manchester United supporter. We had a game with Liverpool, and truly, we lost abysmally. 5-0. We lost 5-0 to Liverpool, with Mo Salah scoring, of course, a hat-trick. Yani, hatukutoka kitu ya kutoa machozi. And to be honest, I have conflicting emotions regarding that game. For one, I am happy because Africa did the thing, Mo Salah represented us. He puts Africa on the map each and every time he enters the pitch. And for that, I am happy. But at the same time, I'm also a Manchester United fan, a big one at that. And to see us losing 5-0 without even a single goal, man, it's so sad. It is extremely sad. And this only goes to solidify the point that we need a new manager. Ole will not suffice anymore. We need to get to greatness. And the last person who got us there was Sir Alex Ferguson. For anyone who has been following Manchester United for the longest time, Sir Alex Ferguson got us there. And we need someone who will take us there. And for us, it is Zinedine Zidane. That is the one person we want. That is the one person who has proven that he is a sure commodity. And we want him at our team. Anyway, sitaki kuongea hapo sana, mseme the whole show is about Manchester. But on to the next story. Now, Jane Kihara. Some of you may know this name, others may not. And for those who don't, Jane Kihara is a Naivasha MP. I don't know if it's East or West or whatever, but Jane Kihara is a Naivasha MP. And I speak about her because earlier this week, they were in a rally or a church, or I think it was a church, and she ethnically profiled the Luo community. She came up with comments saying that the Luos do not pay rent from all the way from 2007 till date. Now, I want to state for a fact that yes, this did happen. During the 2007-2008 post-election violence, there was an incident where Luos, I think it was in Kibera, they chased away their landlord and they did not pay their rent for some time. And we cannot dispute that because it is a fact. It is something that actually happened. But to come out right now and say that 14 years later, this same group of people, this same community is still doing the same thing is unfair, to be honest. And she joins the likes of people like Junet Mohammed. These are people who talk irresponsibly. Now, you must realize that we are in the election period and things are highly polarized in the country right now. Things are tense. The situation is tense in the country, and making such comments, it's inciting people. All I ask is that action be taken against these individuals. Jane Kihara, Junet Mohammed, any other person who will make such comments, who will try to get Kenyans riled up and opposing people who are also Kenyans, should be taken to jail, should be prosecuted for this. And I would like to congratulate each and every Kenyan who stood up regardless of their tribe or ethnicity and said that what you are doing is wrong. I am glad that Kenyans are seeing that these are not the kind of politicians we want. And do not forget, this same Jane Kihara was in the Ocampo list. She was about to be taken to The Hague because of the massacres that happened in Naivasha. And for her to be pulling the same stance again 14 years later, wanting a repeat of what happened then, it is not acceptable at all. So please do not condone such politicians in your midst. Stand up for what is true, stand up for what is right. Now, on to the next story. President Uhuru Kenyatta, Mr. Jaden, Mr. Dimple Boy, he celebrated his birthday on the, when was it? On the 26th of October, 2021. He celebrated his 60th birthday. And people were happy that our president has seen another year. And people were talking about all the good things he has done, all the projects that kicked off and were completed under his reign. Things like the Nakuru Expressway, which is, I think it's still not completed fully, but it's on its way there. Things like the standard gauge railway and so many other things which he has done. And for that, we are grateful as Kenyans because you have done something while you were in office. But let us not forget that during his time, we have also seen corruption unlike any other time, which is a sad thing. As president, you could have done more to avoid that situation. But we know that right now you are on the last legs of your presidency and you want to leave a legacy. So for every other thing that you will do during this time, I hope you achieve them. And happy birthday, Mr. President. Now, Baba Gloria. Many of you this week have heard this name going around statuses, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, wherever. This name has been on people's mouths. And it's for one reason. Now, let me give you context. There was a WhatsApp group. People were contributing to send someone off. I did not write down the name, but people are contributing to send someone off. And amidst those contributions, Baba Gloria alifanya ile kitu. So he sent a very suggestive sticker to that group, which had people up in arms. The certain group member there, Cecily, her reaction was priceless. So Baba Gloria alituma sticker that was extremely suggestive, which showed people in the act. And, I do not want to blame this guy because there are so many things that could have led to that happening. Now, number one, I'm assuming he's someone who is advanced in age. And anyone who is watching this right now, you know the trouble that your parents go through using their smartphones. Like, you know the kind of selfies you find on their smartphones, selfies kutoka huku chini, yani just weird selfies. And imagine now them having a smartphone, and even when they're typing on WhatsApp, they might spend 5 minutes typing only for them to send hey. So that might be one. Another thing, yes, he actually wanted to send a sticker, and he accidentally pressed the wrong one. Another thing, labda alikuwa na chat na mtu uko kando mwenye si Mama Gloria, akataa kumtumia kitu kumwonyesha, hey, I'm serious about you, nataka hiyo kitu. But akatuma to the wrong group. Or of which I think this is what most likely happened, aliekwa kwa hiyo WhatsApp group against his will. Like, everyone has gone through this. Like, you're just sitting peacefully in your house, and then someone adds you to a WhatsApp group without texting you in advance and telling you, I want to add you to this particular WhatsApp group. And they just do it. And now you have to contribute because it will look bad if you do not contribute. Now, my theory is that this guy, Leona, he is in a WhatsApp group that he doesn't want to be in, and decided to send that sticker so that these people could remove him. Now, sijui kama alikuwa removed. Whether or not he was removed, I do not know. But if that was your intention, you're a smart man. Now, Kapsaret MP, Mr. Oscar Sudi, this week, has been found to have forged his KCSE certificate. Now, this man gave credentials when he was running for MP. And upon those documents being probed, it was found that the index number 401006/081 belongs to one Obaje Bob Onyango, who sat for his KCSE exams in Parklands Secondary School in 2006. And the funny thing is that Mr. Oscar Sudi is not even in the NEC database for having done his KCSE certificate. And on top of that, as the week went on, we came to find out that even his diploma was forged. So this only goes to show the kind of people we elect into office. People who are comfortable lying. And even to this day, he has not come out and said, yes, I did forge my certificates and I am sorry for lying to my constituents. No. He has not done that. But another question also begs to be asked is it time we change the criteria for our leaders? Because it would be ignorant for me to assume that only people who have gone to university are qualified to lead us. Only people who have that paper from college or university are the only ones who are certified to lead us as a country, because there's so many people who did not have not because they did not want to, but they did not have the opportunity to go to college. There's so many people who maybe, yes, they did not want to go to college and they're still very smart and can give good ideas. So is it time we change the criteria for our leaders? I think this is a conversation that needs to be had in light of this. But with regards to Mr. Oscar Sudi, I think action should be taken. Because if you have a problem with the systems that are in place, with the cutoffs or the, what do we call them? The criteria that is in place for people to be leaders, take it up to court. Let the courts decide. We have so many avenues, although the Kenyan justice system is a bit of a joke right now. We have so many systems in place that can help us smooth out these processes. So take it up with the courts. But for Mr. Sudi, please let action be taken against him. Now, on to the next. Aziad Nasenya. The girl with a waist which has a mind of its own. You know, she first came onto the scene when she was dancing to the song of Major and Femiwan Utawezana, and she took off right from there. She has gone on to secure deals. She has gone on to do great things. And her star keeps shining brighter because earlier this week, she was nominated for African Social Star of 2021. Now, this is a big thing. So, African Social Star for 2021 for the People's Choice Award, for Ease People Choice Award. And this is a big thing. It is really a big thing, not only for Aziad, but also for the people of Kenya, also for Kenya as a nation. We are putting ourselves on the map, and I cannot ask for more. And we have seen even in the past, these creatives are the ones who are putting Kenya on the map. The likes of Lupita Nyong'o, now Aziad Nasenya. Who else? Eliud Kipchoge. These people are putting Kenya on the map. Now, she was nominated along the likes of Fals, Boitumelo Tulo, who's also called Boiti, Lasize Dambuza, and Mikhlali Damasi. I hope I've said those names right. But she was nominated along those people with some other people, and the competition is stiff, to say the least. The competition is stiff, but what I can say, she has the link on her website where you can go and vote, and please go vote as many times as you can. Let us take this Kenyan star straight to the top. So, Aziad, congratulations. I do hope you get that award because you truly deserve it. Now, we are going to Mr. Ken Mijungu. Now, this is another funny one for me because if you were watching the news this week, you saw the interview Ken Mijungu had with Mr. Miguna. But this interview was different, to say the least. It was a difficult interview.
Going to make me talk about Ruto.
The same way, Miguna, the same way you will answer the question, the way you want to answer it, is the same way I'm going to ask my questions, the way I want to ask them. So are you going to talk about that, or we move on?
Going to talk. No.
We can move on to other things. We have a lot to talk about tonight. We have a lot to talk about. So if you don't want to answer, I can move on.
Stupid.
Yeah.
Ken, one thing you will learn about me, right? You can say anything you want about me, but I'm not stupid. Okay? So number one, I'm not going to fall into your trap of diverting attention from what we had agreed we were going to talk about. We discussed this, and I was very clear. I was very clear with your colleague, Sophia Wanuna, and I was very clear with you. I said, focus on the issues. You said you are going to talk about Dr. Willie Mutunga's announcement that he was traveling to Canada so that he could accompany me on my way back. And we were going to be able to talk about the rule of law. I'm not going to be diverted. So for the upteen time, focus on the issues we agreed to talk about today.
I am
you
going
can
to focus
discuss William
on the
Ruto
issues.
any other day. Today, I'm not discussing William Ruto. Today, I'm not discussing Wetangula. Today, I'm not discussing anybody else. I'm discussing Miguna,
I think
Dr.
Miguna,
Willie Mutunga,
yes,
and the trip. My friend, you invited me to come here to talk about specific
and I'm going to
issues.
talk about it. We still have 40 minutes on the clock, Miguna. Why are you running away?
No.
We're going to talk about it.
I'm not talking about Ruto. I'm not talking about Ruto. You want to divert my attention.
All right, you're not going to talk about Ruto.
You can talk about Ruto all you want, but I'm not going to be diverted to Ruto.
I think you are running away from that obvious question, but it was a build-up to the next question I was going to ask.
Listen to me.
You are running away, Miguna.
Ken.
You're running away from the rule of law because what essentially
it was a very difficult interview. And I do not know why people do not learn. Any journalist who plans on interviewing Mr. Miguna should be prepared for tears, because that man is a terrorist. Because that is the only way I can describe what he did to Mr. Ken Mijungu. He terrorized that man. The fact that Ken Mijungu sat through the entire interview to completion, I think we should applaud him. KTN, tafadhali ongezea huyu mtu mshahara. He did a very difficult job interviewing a man who, after 5 minutes into the interview, he seems like the one who is drilling you. Actually, he seems more like a DCI officer than he is an interviewee. And this is a repeat of what happened to Eugene Anangwe when he was trying to talk to him about his book. Which, please, if you want to interview Mr. Miguna, be prepared for tears, be prepared for sweating, and be prepared for most likely going to the toilet after that for a big heavy number 2 because of the pressure he put on you. So, Ken Mijungu, you did a good job, and pole sana for being terrorized on live television. Now, on to the next. Rugby is back, my people. Rugby season is back, and it kicks off with the Safari Sevens. Now, this rugby event will be happening in Nyayo Stadium, which, depending on when this installment comes out, might have already happened. So, for those of you who will have gone to that event, I do hope you have a lot of fun. Support the players, support the sports, support the game. Rugby is a big thing in this country, and we need to celebrate our athletes as much as we can. And please go out, have fun, but have fun responsibly. Remember, we still have COVID out there in the streets. So as you're having fun, do not forget to have fun responsibly. And as Nakuru people, we cannot wait for the Prince Lou to be back because we have missed that thing. Now, next story. Esther and Ezekiel Mutesasira. Now, if you do not recognize these names, these are the inaugural winners of the East Africa's Got Talent. And they won a cash prize of 5.5 million Kenya shillings. That is what they were supposed to win anyway. Now, they have come out to say that they have not yet received their cash prize, which is a sad thing. You know, for an establishment or an institution that is as big as that, to not have given these children their dues is sad, and it is shameful, to be honest. How do you explain you not giving what they deserve this long, for this long? It is not right. Please give these children what they deserve. They came there, they did their best, people voted, and they won. And now that they've won, I think they are being taken advantage of because of their age. I hope their parents or the guardians or whoever is involved in managing them has taken this up with the law, because it is not right. You cannot advertise that you're going to pay people and not do it. Even after this long, it is not right. What about people who are planning on going to the show in the future? Will they experience the same thing? So something needs to be done about this. And I want to say a happy Republic Day to Turkey. Now, Turkey celebrates its 98th Republic Day, 98th year as a republic. And this effort was made possible by Mr. Mustafa Kemal Ataturk, or Ataturk, whatever you want to pronounce it as. But for the people in Turkey, I want to say Happy Republic Day to you. I do hope you continue staying strong in your democracy and you continue progressing as a nation. And for our last story of the evening, I want to talk about Mr. Dave Chappelle. Now, for people out there who are fans of stand-up comedy, you know the greats. Starting here in Kenya, the likes of YY, Eric Omondi, although it is very debatable whether he is still a comedian at this point. The likes of, who else? Basket Mouth, the likes of Salvador from Uganda. Internationally, Trevor Noah, Kevin Hart, and now Eddie Murphy, and now we go to Mr. Dave Chappelle. Now, for those of you who follow Mr. Dave Chappelle, he has had Netflix specials, a series of Netflix specials, and he completed it with the last one called The Closer. Now, when he was beginning that particular special, he said that I want to address a couple of things during this special, things that have been said throughout my other specials, and I want to address them. And he came out clear. And one thing that came out clearly, or that was louder than every other thing, was the issue when it comes to the LGBTQ plus community. Now, he said that, I think he meant to say that they have been extremely intolerant. You know, this is a community that wants or seeks and preaches inclusion. They want to be included. They want to be regarded as human beings. And funny enough, they do the complete opposite if someone says something that they do not like, which is a bit of a paradox if you think about it. How do you preach inclusion and preach for you kuzoeana na watu na and still go and do the complete opposite? It is not right. If you want inclusion, you should also be prepared to do the same. If you want to be treated fairly, you should also be prepared to do the same. Now, you want to be treated fairly, you want to be included, but when someone makes jokes about this particular community, you want them to be cancelled. If you want to be treated just like everybody else, then you should also be willing to be joked about without you going onto Twitter and all the other social media platforms and ask people to cancel that person because you did not like what they have to say. Now, for those people who are in support of the LGBTQ plus community, I do not want to say that you are wrong because everybody is entitled to their own opinion. But all I have to say is that if you do not like what Dave Chappelle has to say about that, then it's simple. Switch off your screen. Change the channel. You do not have to watch him. You do not have to put another man's life or his source of income in jeopardy because you do not like what he has to say. If you preach inclusion, be prepared to practice it. Be prepared to live according to your word because it is truly, truly not fair. So yes, those are all the trending topics I had for you that has happened this entire week. I have had a blast being with you here. I do hope you like, comment, share, and subscribe to this YouTube channel, Top Media 254, like I said, across all social media platforms. Do not forget to follow me at King_KE1 on Twitter and King_ArnoldKE on Instagram. So till next time, my people, adios.